What is going on, guys? Craig1287 here, bringing you my very first video for 2014. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, had some great holidays, and a wonderful new year. I am also going to be bringing you my very first video using my new microphone. I got a blue Yeti for Christmas, and yeah, hopefully you guys do enjoy the new sound quality for that, and if not, I can definitely keep working with the settings and find out what is a good setting for that, because this thing is crazy sensitive compared to my previous microphone, so I've had to do a lot of changes in my Windows settings and Audacity, the program I currently use to record my commentary, and all sorts of things. So just let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. Now let's get to the real aspect of this video, and that is to talk about what my most anticipated games are for 2014. Obviously, some haven't been announced yet, and some might get delayed, and you know, all sorts of craziness is going on. So this is going to be just a real loose list, and actually I'm going to first get out of the way 4 titles that don't quite fit the list and the reason for that. Now, the first on that list, and all of these are going to be in alphabetical order, same reason applying for my top 10 for 2013. I hate I really just don't enjoy ranking these things. They're always so different that it just doesn't make sense to put certain things above other things because they're just so wildly different. So let's get to the first 4 that don't quite fit the list. That is going to be Destiny. And it doesn't quite make the list because I don't think it has a PC version set in stone. It's just a game that I won't be interested in playing if it is on console, mostly because it's a first-person shooter. I just don't enjoy using analog sticks to aim a first-person perspective game. I get very detached from it, and I don't know. I don't feel the immersion. So, you know, graphics and frame rate aside, I just, analog sticks, don't like them. The second game on the doesn't quite make it list is Diablo III Reaper of Souls. Now, this is going to be on PC, but I didn't feel like it truly deserves a spot on the actual list because it's just really an expansion, not a full release. Yeah, it's not DLC, it's a little more than that. But still, it just didn't feel right putting a expansion on that list. But I cannot wait for the for Reaper Souls. Gonna be a good day. Next on the list is going to be GTA 5, assuming it does get a PC version. I'm thinking hopefully around March, sometime around this. Anytime in first or second quarter. It's been really tough avoiding spoilers for the game on consoles. I've already seen enough about the Easter eggs and things like that, so I really am looking forward to getting my hands onto the PC version of GTA 5. And final thing on the doesn't quite make it list is Star Citizen. Now, this is a PC version and probably will only ever have a PC version. I doubt there will ever be a console release. But the reason this doesn't quite make it onto the main list is because it's not technically going to release in 2014. It will see some other modules that are coming out. The dogfighting module, the ship-to-ship first-person combat will eventually come out in 2014. And we'll even see the beta or alpha, I think, technically, of the Squadron 47, something like that. I don't know, maybe I'm thinking of 47 Ronin. But basically the alpha version of the single-player campaign aspect, that will likely release in 2014, but the full game is not going to release until 2015, but I still can't wait to see all the different modules that come out, especially once the campaign alpha gets released. That game just graphically is second to none, and I think immersion-wise and complexity and depth and freedom is probably all going to be second to none. So cannot wait for that. Now let's get to the main list. I'm not going to try to spend too much time on these because, well, I mean, if you guys will honestly want more in-depth explanations, then I can definitely do that. But some of these I think are mostly, they explain themselves. The very first, again, alphabetical. No specific order aside from alphabetical order. The first on the list is going to be Dying Light. Now, if you guys saw my unboxing and actually the construction video for my PC, I was actually wearing a Dying Light shirt. That was a gift from one of my buddies in TG in my clan. He went to one of the conventions and got that and sent it to me, and it was awesome because I've been really looking forward to it. Big fan of the Dead Island games. Still currently playing through Dead Island Riptide. Got it in the Steam sale. And I love Mirror's Edge, and the thought of those two being combined is just awesome. I really can't wait to get my hands on that game. Everything I've seen so far looks really, really good. Next on the list is No Man's Sky. Oh, man, I almost had to take this off the list because of the flood that they recently suffered. They lost all of their stuff. I'm guessing they didn't lose backups. I would imagine these guys had backups. I really hope that this didn't set them back too much because No Man's Sky it honestly looks like, aside from Star Citizen, possibly the most ambitious game out there right now. It is just incredible what these guys are trying to accomplish, and they're such a small group. I mean, the visual aesthetics look really, really cool. Obviously not for everybody. I think they do look cool, but just the idea of walking around a planet, stepping in a ship, taking off, going through the atmosphere, and then out into space. I mean, if Star Citizen does that, that'd be real cool. But No Man's Sky just looks like it's going to be doing a real cool aspect of Star Citizen meets Minecraft, I guess, with the... I don't know. It's hard to explain. We've seen just very little. So I really hope these guys can pull through from the flood. The next game on the list is Reset. Now, this is a game that's probably not making a lot of people's lists. Very little of it is known because it is a very small indie title. I think two guys, I believe, are making this. I mean, even the music used in the trailers is made by one of the guys, and the music is beautiful, just simply beautiful. If you guys like, beautiful orchestral pieces. But yeah, Reset, two guys, and I mean, it's up there with Star Citizen on the whole graphical fidelity aspect. This game looks fantastic. They've got an engine showing the weather and atmosphere, and it's simply stunning. It really, truly is what these two guys have accomplished with such a small budget. It recently was fully funded on Indiegogo. They got to 70-some-odd thousand euros, where they were only asking for like 65, I think, so they got that funded. Very glad to see that actually happened, and that they're going to be getting all the funding from that. So, guys, check this out. I will have a link to its Indiegogo page. You can look at videos and whatnot there, but this game is going to be amazing. It just looks fantastic. The atmosphere, it's a puzzle game. I love puzzle games, so cannot wait for that. Next game on the list is probably another one that's not making that many lists, Southpark: The Stick of Truth. I'm not expecting the most in-depth great gameplay and the most amazing RPG aspects, but I'm sure the gameplay is going to be enjoyable. I mean, I enjoyed the gameplay from Costume Quest, and that was fairly repetitive, but I mean, from what I've seen, it looks like it's going to be much more in-depth than that. I believe BioWare is making this, or something, one of the higher ups, and so I mean, they'll deliver on that. But mostly, I'm just here because I love South Park. I love that show. I love the political satire and the just pop culture satire and just how they hit on so many things. And it comes across real juvenile, but it really is just some real smart comedy that you have to be in the know to get a lot of the references and stuff that they touch on. So I cannot wait for that. Gonna get a lot of good laughs. Next on the list is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This one, not going to really touch on too much, because if you don't know why The Witcher 1 and Witcher 2 are great, well, then sucks to be you, because they're just fantastic RPGs. Cannot wait for the third in the series. Open world, gonna be great. Next on the list is The Witness. This is coming from the guy that made Braid, and I'm a little bummed that it is a PlayStation 3 exclusive. I would have enjoyed to play that on my PC, mostly because it's, from what I've seen, is from the first-person perspective. Obviously not going to be needing Twitch controls and things like that, and it's probably not a game where 60 frames per second will truly benefit it, but I mean, from the visual aesthetics, the smooth factor of having 120 frames would be really nice. And 120 frames is always great. That's one of the main reasons why I just want everything to be on PC. I just want to be able to experience it in 120 frames in 1080, full native 1080p. But still, I can't wait to get my hands on that. Braid is one of my favorite games of all time, one of my top puzzle games of all time. And I really just can't wait to see what comes from that guy, especially when he's getting backed by Sony so much to show the potential of their console when it comes to the indie scene. So can't wait to get more info on that. Next on the list was my most hesitant to put on this list, which is Thief. I loved the original Thief game, and its sequels were all pretty darn good as well. But the original, I mean, introduced stealth combat, and it did it in such a beautiful way, did it in such an amazing way. Very few stealth games have been able to match what it accomplished, and I just loved the whole first-person medieval weaponry type of stuff, using water arrows to put things out, and just... but from what I've seen, I'm really scared that the game is going to be too easy, and that they're going to use too many things to try to quote-unquote modernize the game and giving you the ability to see things that you just shouldn't be able to see and hear things. It just makes the game so easy. And I'll play it the same way I did with Dishonored and a lot of stealth games, is I just completely and utterly avoid that feature as much as possible. I don't want aimbot or wall hack mode. I like the challenge. It's a stealth game. I'm going to play it as a stealth game. If I want something easy, then I'll play Call of Duty or something real simple like that. But yeah, I'm hesitant on Thief. Please, guys, deliver. Make that a solid game. Next on the list is probably one of the top, if not the top one, and that is Titanfall. This game is by the guys that did, some of the early Call of Duty titles, the original Infinity Ward crew, and some of the Call of Duty titles that I actually enjoyed, especially Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare, and Call of Duty 2. Love those games. So really, I mean, the gameplay just truly looks like it's going to speak for itself. I mean, the combat looks real fast, intense. The mech aspect, I finally kind of delved into Hawken a little bit, and it looks like it's going to have a little bit of that, not the depth and complexity and whatnot, but still trying to keep it real fast paced. And I really hope that they're able to balance things. I'll have a link to this article in the description of this video, but they have confirmed, not necessarily confirmed, but there's been a statement that there's not going to be anything such as quick scoping or no scoping, which I'm so excited for, because I hate that aspect of sniper rifles in modern games, because just trying to see someone do that, it just doesn't make sense. It takes the perks of sniping and just in a video game setting breaks it, makes it too easy. You can't do that in real life, and it just shouldn't happen in a video game, even though video games are not supposed to simulate real life to the 100%. That just it shouldn't happen. Something that one-shot kills shouldn't be that easy to use. So I'm really glad that they're going to try to make sniping more challenging and therefore fulfilling when actually used it the way it's supposed to. So Titanfall, cannot wait. Probably going to be the biggest game of the year. Next on the list is probably my number 2, up there with Titanfall, Tom Clancy's The Division. And this recently was, well, not recently, but it was, after its initial release, was shown to be a PC included game, and that they are really truly going to dedicate time and making it a high quality port. We'll see how that turns out, and that it's not actually just marketing speak to kind of cover their end for not originally showing a PC version. But I can't wait. I love the Tom Clancy franchise. I love the tactical nature of them, and this is definitely a departure that they've done, making it an RPG and a somewhat MMO open world setting with a persistent world. It'll be very cool to see how all of that ends out. But just the amount of detail in that game. In the trailer shown, obviously people talking about the whole, the guy walking past the car, closing the door, and the windows being shot out, and the side view mirrors getting shot apart, just the destruction. It just looks really, really solid. Very, very hyped to see how that plays out. And then a game that's in a somewhat similar setting with the open world, but more single-player aspect, is Watch Dogs, the final game on my list. Watch Dogs, very sad when it got delayed and delayed, but I am looking forward to that big time. I hope that the whole people invading your game doesn't ruin it too much for me. I would like to play it as a, for the most part, single-player experience. If someone wants to come in and try to hack me and whatnot, that's all cool, but if they can affect you too much, then hopefully that option will be turn-offable. Something how you can turn it off for like Journey or Dead Island Riptide. That was an option, you could turn that off, and I believe Assassin's Creed allowed you to turn, you know, the whole online co-op kind of whatever stuff off as well. So hopefully that will be an option. But Watch Dogs just looks fantastic, the world that they've created, and I cannot wait to get my hands on that one for sure. It's gonna be a great game, a great ride, and can't wait to see that become a franchise, like many of these new titles will become franchises in all likelihood, because it just costs so much to make games these days that you pretty much have to turn something into a franchise to really profit from it in the long run. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this list. If you think that I've left anything out, obviously I've only listed 10 and potentially 14 titles, and there's there's going to be hundreds that come out over the year. But if there are any that you think stand out that I've missed, or anything that just for you on a personal level are looking forward to, I know there's definitely a lot of niche type of things out there that that not a lot of people would put it on their list. I mean, for me, Reset, Southpark, definitely are the two. Sadly, heck, I mean, No Man's Sky and Dying Light are probably not on a lot of lists either. So, and heck, you know what? A lot of mine actually probably are not a lot. The Witness, I doubt makes it to a lot of people's list. I'm sure Titanfall, Division, Watch Dogs are the and The Witcher are the big hitters. But cool. Makes me feel like I'm kind of a hipster, I guess. But yeah, guys, I hope you have enjoyed the list, and if some of these are ones you have not heard about, or you have heard of, just haven't looked into them, maybe you owe it to yourself to go and check these out. Check out some YouTube videos of them. I mean, I would have included footage of some of these things, but with the new YouTube thing, it's too risky. It's just way too risky to include footage of trailers and cutscenes and cinematics and crap like that in your videos, because it'll get stolen from you. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed all this. Have a good one. I hope you enjoyed 2013. I hope you will enjoy 2014, and I hope that my sound quality is still decent, if not better than it was over the past few months. I hope you guys have enjoyed all of it. Have a good one. Ta-ta.